Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Walter, and I'll be taking you through the topic of financial options. So, what do you understand by financial options? Let me start with that.
Where you source your financing from.
Okay, where you source your finances from. And where do people source their finances from?
From banks.
From banks.
From friends.
From friends.
Selling the personal assets.
Selling assets.
From OLX.
From OLX. Okay.
Someone once said from foods.
From foods.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. So I want you to go to your manuals on day 3, page 7. Everyone open your manuals on page 3. At day 3, from your folder. Day 3, page 7. Now we went through the exercise of the financial options available in ranking A and ranking B. So I want to see what were the different answers we got as your first option in ranking B. Leasing. Pardon? Page 7, page 3. So what were your options?
Supplier credit.
Okay. Let me get one from this table.
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding. And the one from that table, the number 1 ranking.
Get a loan for family.
Pardon?
Get a loan
Okay.
for family friend.
And friends. Okay. So how many chose leasing? Okay. How many chose supplier credit? Okay. How many chose crowdfunding as a first rank? Okay. How many chose loans from family and friends? Okay. So I want to pull you in groups of 3 based on how you had actually categorized your first ranking. So let's have leasing here. Let's have supplier credit there. Let's have crowdfunding sit here. And loans from family and friends sit there. Then those who have not been allocated stand there. So we have leasing here, supplier credit, crowdfunding, loans from family and friends. So I will randomly move highest to this group, and I will randomly put you in this group. So within your groups, what I want you to do in 1 minute, pick up what advantages you have for that particular financing option. So I'll put you here because he's alone. Yes, son is alone. I'll give you 1 minute to discuss. Write up your points. You can have a debate. And thereafter, have each person present for 1 minute. One person who's going to come up, debate on their points, and tell us why they see their financing option being the best compared to the other three options. So we will start from this table. I will notify you that your time is up by just hitting the table. Your first notification will be telling you you have 10 seconds left. So start.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is team leasing, and in team leasing we say we all use people's money, make money for ourselves, and the repair and maintenance for the system is not our problem. We pay for the usage of not ownership. We don't own anything. We can upgrade and downgrade at our comfort, and we don't say. The other thing is, yes, and those who have the opinion that we are correct, say aye. Aye. The ayes have it.
Okay, let's congratulate the team here. For the second team.
Okay. And this is the team that actually got it right. The best financing option is supplier credit. Supplier credit because it is interest free. Supplier credit because it is hassle free for the owner. Supplier credit because the owner retains control. Supplier credit because of everything else that you might think of. Yeah. Supplier credit, supplier credit, supplier credit.
Now this is team crowdfunding. I know the name may be very confusing. You wonder why a crowd would really be bothered to fund. But crowdfunding is an online system of raising funds. It gives you access to capital. And then there's no loss of control because everything is done on the internet. Then there are no debts incurred because you're not going to attach anything to be able to raise funds through the internet. And it is a very good marketing tool because when your profile is posted on the internet, you have the advantage of prospective customers getting to know what you do. Then you get funding from possible loyal donors, so that means that it is interest-free. Then it is easier than loan application because you can do it at the click of a mouse. Then finally, you get free public relations. This is very convincing, and I want to believe through the way you've listened to me, you could as well get to crowdfunding to get financing. Thank you.
They say that charity starts at home. The problem that my team has with the other sources of funding is that you need to be credit worthy. In fact, crowdfunding is one of the poorest ways of raising funds because people believe we Kenyans are intrinsically corrupt. If you're not part of some international NGO, you're not going to get funds from crowdfunding. Supplier credit, it has limits. You need to be credit worthy. Leasing has conditionalities. Now, your own family and friends, they trust you. They do not demand guarantees from you. They have low or no interest. And there are fewer conditionalities. So we propose that if you want to source for funds, go to your family and friends. They will not let you down.
Okay, that was wonderful. I believe you have all learned something from the different finance options that you have all been able to debate. I'll ask each team to mention one thing that the team on their right has mentioned about the other financing option they were not talking about. So I'll ask you to mention something about supplier credit that they mentioned during their debate. What was it? There's no interest in supplier credit. Good. What did you pick up from crowdfunding?
It can be done at the click of the mouse.
Very good. Oh, you did crowdfunding. Oh, he did crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Good. So what did you pick up from learning from the family?
Family can never let you down. They will always stand by you.
Good. And what did you learn from leasing?
So you don't have to commit your funds in buying this equipment. You can use other people's money.
Good. So clearly there are very many financing options that we have, and none will be looked at as the best or the worst, but depending on what financing options you have and the decisions that you need based on what you want to get, it will guide you on what financing option you will be able to look at. So next, we will discuss the practice that you should consider when trying to choose a financing option available to you in our next session. Thank you very much.
Strengths?
Engagement
Yes.
and good mastery of concepts, and also again nutrition of enough preparation.
Yes. Awesome. Others? Yeah.
Also the mastery of the activity itself.
Uh-huh.
That's really very confident.
I like his demeanor. Easy, smiling throughout. That makes participants feel comfortable. And
Yes.
Good time management.
Very much on top of that. Did you peter out?
he lived to expectations. That's what we expected from your home.
I thought it was brilliant. What do you understand by financial options, where you get them, then referring people to day 3 page. How did you figure that out? You just remembered? Yeah, that was just wonderful. Working from the flip chart, he didn't need the PowerPoint at all. So he was built on what you already had done and already knew and already cared about. Moving people based on the first choice for financing, giving them minutes. I love that when you said, and stand over there if you don't have the group. That was great. Let's see, great timing. I really liked having each group identify one thing they learned, they heard the other group say. Quite honestly, when you were going to have 4 groups, I'm trying to think, how are you going to have 4 groups debate? But you managed very well. Recommendations. Yes, Tammy?
I think the debate was good, but then the idea of each person popping up from their table to debate, according to me, I think it would have been more engaging and the message would have gone home much easier if the panelists would have been there, and the debaters would have been somewhere in front, so that it can look like there's an engagement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, anything else? Yes, Joyce?
The other thing that I noted, I felt like it should have come out here, like if one person, if whatever you presented was somehow opposed, because the points you gave were all supported, there's nobody questioned if that is the best way, but I also got it like each team was supporting their own, which was opposing what I was saying. But I felt also like I said, it should have come out to everyone not seated. Understand?
Yes.
But a little more dramatic, the participants who decided to run the drama.
Yes, yes.
And I also noticed that we were talking much about the advantages of the particular option that we were allocated. It's only Melvin that tried to kind of make a comparison between his financing option and the other financing options. But then in a general debate, there should have been the pros and cons and some kind of a comparison.
Yes.
Let me ask a question. In this using apply this debates to training, do you finally have to make a conclusion and even, just say these ones have gotten more points and do we need to do this?
Are you going to
Yeah,
answer?
I was going to suggest perhaps you could ask the crowd here, following that debate, which option do they support?
Vincent?
I would have looked at it differently. To me, that sounds like a situational question or a debate, because what might work for you might not necessarily work for others. So if listening works well for someone, perhaps borrowing from friends work much better for maybe another person.
Right.
So it depends.
So to answer Austin, when I use debate, I use it when there are good and bad points on either side. And it's a way to get those points out. It's not to say one is better than the other. My train-the-trainer, typical train-the-trainer, the debate I have them is pro-lecture, con-lecture, right? Well, we know there are times when lecture is okay. We know there are times when participatory activities might not be the best use of time. So I would not recommend that necessarily at all. I think that it might have been helpful to have everybody up here and to give them time to present and then to rebut, so that you could have gotten the pros and the cons. In that situation, well, I think that Walter's choice for having 4 groups worked well. We would never have had enough time to have 4 groups come up here and present and then rebut. That's what, typically I would suggest that you stick to two groups, and then everybody can get behind them. Now, with something like this, that would have been hard. The only thing that I wrote down was title the flip chart. This was the only thing I could think of. But people have raised some very important points. Anything else? Okay. Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to say that I really like the way he cascaded down
Yes.
all the options into 4 of them which interested us, and then he boiled them down into a very good debate. The way that debate evolved was excellent. It shows that we are from the right place.
It was done beautifully. Okay, yes, Mercy?
And Walter has what can I say, like a contagious smile. So if you continue with that to the participants, they'll just lighten up. So just give it up.
All right, give them another hand.